I went to, right. Okay, I went to Central State University where I got my master's. I'm not my master's, but my bachelor's in marketing and business administration. While I was there, a lot of special things happened. One thing, I was in the university band and I was able to travel, and also I performed with Kanye West, Floetry. I performed with Lyfe Jennings. I was in a movie, Dave Chappelle Block Party. Again, I always tell everybody to get the DVD. Deleted scene number 3. I'm all up in there. So,
deleted scene number 3.
If you want to see your boy, deleted scene number 3. I'm all over it.
It's hilarious.
Who else on the DVD though? Like,
Yeah, he
so,
is. Yeah, me and Julius watch it all the time.
Another special thing that happened there, I was able to meet my wife. It's a crazy story, but I love telling it. I tell her that every presentation I do, even when I'm in my higher ed classes, before I present, when I do my defense for my dissertation, I'm going to tell this story because I always tell it. And, okay, so we met. Yeah. So we met. We met in Dr. Pugh's World History class, and I came to class early that day, and he was just like, hey, just to let you know, the seat that you in, that's going to be your assigned seat. I was like, cool, let me go to the restroom real quick. I go to the restroom, and as I'm going to the restroom, my wife walks in. And, well, my wife then, but a younger lady walked in. So, she walks in, and I'm like, oh, okay, let me see what she said. So she sat right here. No, she sat right here. And I made sure I sat right here. So I said to myself, no matter what, she's going to have to talk to me. She can't sit a whole quarter in the classroom and not talk to a person. And, click that. One more again. All right, and that's her. So that's her. That's her on campus. I think this was her senior year, and then this is me. I want to say maybe my junior year. So I knew I didn't have bread. I wasn't balling, and I was very. Just kidding. I was hungry. What do you want me to do? I was hungry. So I wasn't like the super handsome, suave dude. I didn't have bread, but I was well known. I was confident in myself, and I said this. I can make her remember me. If I can make her remember me, it's about to be on and popping. So the best way for me to get her to remember me is for me to tell a bad joke. I mean, a very bad joke. She would have no choice but to remember me from laughing or from saying, hey, that was bad. But she was going to remember me though, right? She was going to remember your boy. So, y'all want to hear the joke? If you ain't know, you probably heard it 100 times, though. So, it was 2 jokes I told her. The first one was, okay, you guys know what the smartest car in the world is?
No.
Swear you though. You don't know what the smartest car is? A Focus.
That was ultimate. I was remembering too. I'm like, Buddy did not tell that joke. He did not do that.
So look, I told her.
Did you do the hand?
Well, yeah, that's the, you know what I'm saying? All right, and then I told her another one. Very bad jokes. Trust me. Either you're gonna laugh. See, she's like, she's just like, yes, they are bad. I agree. So I said, knock knock. Tuna. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
And you did that, didn't you? And she was like looking at you like,
but she remembered. So, but you know what? You know what she did? She laughed. And I said, got her. Because if I make her laugh, I knew that I had her. So the thing with that was, I always saw her on campus. I thought she was always this glamorous, like super diva.
did you Photoshop her into that picture?
But that's how I always saw her, though. I always saw this person. I thought she was just always glamorous. Like, I was just this regular guy, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? But I made her laugh. We dated on and off for years and years and years. And So we eventually ended up marrying each other. That's me proposing to him on the 50-yard line at Central State's homecoming when we met a couple of years ago. And now we have a new addition. That's this is my man's profile, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if
It's a
that's
boy?
my nose
It's a
or her
girl.
nose. We can't
It's
say
a
that.
boy.
It's a
But
girl.
it ain't
They
that-
don't know what it is yet.
It better
It's a
be
girl.
one of our noses, or I'm gonna have to hurt somebody.
That's your nose,
Yeah,
fat.
so you know,
It's
it's
in the head and everything. It's your baby.
so what?
It's a
She
girl.
do January 6th. January 6th.
That's my mom's birthday.
Play on the floor.
Oh, Capricorn.
I just want the baby to come during spring like break so I could be gone during break and not lose out on work.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I tell that story because what we're going to talk about today are goals, objectives, and outcomes. My goal was to get her to remember me. All right, that was my initial goal because I knew if I can accomplish my goal, my outcomes will be there, and that would be outcome number 1, us getting married. Outcome number 2, us starting our family. My objective, what I was going to do. I told some terrible jokes, all right? But I got her. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got her, and now we're living happily ever after. You guys will see if she's going to come with us tomorrow when we go to our little outing tomorrow at Main Event. Everybody can clap. So, today, during this presentation, all right, you guys will be able to construct effective goals and outcomes for programs and events. You guys will also be able to connect goals to your outcomes. All right, you guys will also be able to apply outcomes that can be assessed. So you can show people this is what we're doing, this is what we accomplished. All right, you guys will also be able to identify different types of outcomes when we leave this presentation. One more thing before we get started, I got 2 rules. First rule, don't hold anything back. Second rule, not really a rule, just a piece of information. I'm not going to teach you a thing. I'm just going to facilitate. You guys are going to teach each other because you might have a situation in your organization that you dealt with that somebody else might be dealing with, but they don't know what to do. So today, let's promise that we'll share information. Cool? All right, cool? All right, so let's get it going. So why is it important to think about goals and outcomes? Goals, outcomes, and objectives. No, goals, objectives, and outcomes. All right? Goals, objectives, and outcomes will help you to maximize the effectiveness of an event and a program. Many times we can talk about what we want to do, but sometimes we have to really, really bite down and just say, hey, this is what we're going to focus on. This is why we're going to focus on it. And this is what we want to happen after it's been accomplished. Discussing your goals, objectives, and outcomes will help you to dissect an event and a program. The best way to eat, they told me in the last one, don't say elephant. The best way to eat a hippopotamus is to do it one bite at a time, all right? We have big dreams, big goals, big things we want to accomplish, but sometimes you have to really break things down so you can get the best out of what it is that you're trying to do. There's a difference between thinking about what you're going to do and analyzing what you're going to do. Anybody can think of something, but it takes a real person with discipline to analyze everything that they're going to do. So you get the most out of what you're trying to accomplish. Outcomes help you to confirm if your efforts were successful or not. Quality versus quantity. Anybody can have 100 people come to an event. What did they get out of it, Jabri? You see where I'm going? So let's not make our work be in vain, all right? Let's not let our efforts and all our time and effort that we put into something be for nothing. All right. What our program goes. Somebody, no, I'm just going to point to people. Boom! Read that first bullet for me.
Program goals are general statements of what the program intends to accomplish.
All right, we can just stop right there. What I want to do, all right, what we want to accomplish. That's the bottom line of what a goal is. What I want to accomplish when I do this. The general idea, all right? You look right at me, so go ahead.
Program goals are long-range outcomes that organizations hope to accomplish.
All right. Program goals are long-range outcomes that organizations hope to accomplish. Again, what I want to do, what I want to accomplish. Now, a lot of times when we do our goals for events, most of the time it's from big ideas, but a lot of times it's connected directly to our mission of our organization. Again, a lot of efforts that we put into events sometimes it's for nothing because we can't have a social organization out doing events that don't even connect to what they're supposed to do. And a lot of times that happens. And then again, people want to ask, well, what did you do? And you say, we did this, this, and this. Well, how is that connected to, I'm just going to say social justice. If we're the social justice club, like what we do 3 parties. What? You see what I'm saying? So, thinking about our goals, objectives, and outcomes is going to help us to stay aligned to our mission so we're staying true to the mission of our organization. Everybody with me?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Hit that for me. All right. Now, how to structure a goal statement. This isn't the only way to write a goal, but I find that it's the easiest way for me. If I start with 2, an action verb, an object, and a modifier. So right now we're about to play ad-libs. So I need somebody to give me an action verb. Make it appropriate. So to blank. To run. Okay. To run. You look right at me. To run the yard. Okay. To run the yard.
Are
Give me a
you?
modifier. Give me a modifier. To run the yard blank. Anything. To run the yard every day. So our goal was to run the yard every day. Okay, so we'll roll with that one. Some other examples. That was a great one. That was a good one. To provide, to provide increased, I left off the D, increased awareness about social justice. Is that a good, that's a goal? Is that a nice goal? Okay, all right. I have my action verb. To provide increased object awareness. All right. About what? Hey, say it again. Hey, say it one more time. Woo, say it again. All right, next example. To raise money for victims of domestic violence. Also, another goal, to connect new students to local community. To the local community. All right. Now, what are our outcomes?
What are our outcomes?
I had to use an English accent. Right? Learning outcomes are statements of knowledge and skills and abilities individual students should possess and can demonstrate upon completion of a learning experience or a sequence of learning experiences. Outcomes. What do you want people to leave with? All right. So if our goal was to run the yard, that was the goal of our event. What will people get out of that? Jabria, since you made up the goal, what would people get out of that event? That the goal of is running the yard.
To run the yard every day, the goal would be that people.
Well, no, what would be the outcome? What would people
the
leave
outcome.
with?
The outcome would be that people would know that our organization is present on the yard,
Okay.
that we care, that we're active and engaged and involved in our campus community.
Okay, that was a whole bunch of outcomes.
Yeah, like
We're gonna talk about that, breaking down outcomes. But that was a good one though. People will be connected to our organization. People will be more aware of our organization. Okay, I'm kind of feeling this a bit. Now.
She ran with it, right?
All right. What to consider before creating outcomes. Learning outcomes should be specific and well defined. I think it is. Learning outcomes should be realistic. I think that's something that's realistic. All right. It goes along with the university mission. It doesn't go against any policies or conduct code of the university. Learning outcomes should rely on active verbs in future tense. Let's stop at that one. Why is that statement important? Learning outcomes should rely on active verbs in future tense. so we can provide for the future. This is what we want to do. We haven't done it yet, but we're telling you this is what we want people to lead with. We don't know if it's going to happen, but this is what we're working towards. All right. Learning outcomes should be simple and not compound, and that's why I had to stop Jabria, because they should be simple. If a person reads your learning outcomes, they should be able to just go down each bullet, flow, and completely understand why it's important for your organization to run the yard. The organization all right. Hit that next one. Now, there are three types of outcomes: cognitive outcomes, affective outcomes, behavioral outcomes. With cognitive outcomes, describe what students should know. All right. After completing this event, students should know what? All right. Affective outcomes describe what students should think or feel. All right. Behavioral outcomes describe what students should be able to perform or do. If the professionals host let's just say, no, not even that though. Oh,
Hey, we not hosting
can I say this? A poise workshop on teaching people how to effectively walk. The outcomes. I think we should do it again.
Oh, come by the booth when we have.
Come by the. So it's too many years in here, all right? So after completing this event, people should be able to do what? How to walk. People should have poise. Those are separate outcomes. You kind of see what I'm saying? Because walking is one thing that can be measured. Having poise is a separate thing that can be measured. If you put them in the same sentence, they're measured in different ways. So that outcome wouldn't make sense. That's why we can't have compound outcomes. Go ahead. All right. So when connecting outcomes to learning, all right, do anybody know who Bloom is? All right. Well, Dr. Benjamin Bloom, was a professor at Chicago State University, and his primary goal was to study how people learn, all right, and how you can measure the way people learn. So within those three different outcomes, he found out the best way people can learn is through knowledge, comprehension. Everybody say knowledge. Everybody say comprehension. Everybody say application. Analysis. Evaluation. So I'm
Synthesis.
I was like,
So we're gonna do it again. Everybody say knowledge. Everybody say comprehension. Application. Watch this. Analysis and synthesis. And evaluation. And those are the ways that's how people are measured. Now, the thing is, what's special is the lower you go, the more you know. So if you reach down to a point where you can evaluate something, you've pretty much mastered that outcome, okay? Now, when writing your outcomes, I know you're not gonna be able to read this, but I'm gonna pull it back up for our activity so you guys can use it. My bad, I thought it was just gonna be blurry on my laptop. I didn't know it was gonna be small on this big old screen. Now, the thing is this, and this is used by, how many education majors do we have in here? So you guys are familiar with Bloom's taxonomy, no? Kinda? Oh, you should know that.
this is what we use to make the study plan.
So when y'all go back to your class, you be like, oh, I know what that is. That's Bloom taxonomy, application, evaluation. Very quick. So this is called a list of power words. This is a list of power words that actually describe inside of the outcome. So when you're writing your outcome, you'll use these power words. These are the words that people who give grants, this is the language that they speak, all right? Because they want to know, if I give you this money, speak my language and tell me how you're going to give me what I need. So they use these power words to express knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. So, like I told, just a quick tidbit, and this is something that I learned last year. I'll go back. Last year. This is what VPs do. This is what presidents do. This is what assistant deans, managers, operation directors, so on and so on. This is all they do. They write goals, objectives, and outcomes because they're not on the ground doing the legwork anymore. They're out there creating strategies and plans. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. I'm giving you guys the foundation to create strategies and plans. Now, all of that other meat that they put on the bones, that's just the information to show what we did, all right? But the real bone is goals, objectives, and outcomes. Now, I'm really not going to go deep into objectives because it's simple. An objective is just what we did. So, at our Run the Yard, with the event where we had our goal was to run the yard, what did we do? We threw a party, all right, and passed out information. Those are your objectives. Tell me what you did or what you're going to do, all right? The outcome, again, tell me what people will walk away with after completing this. Everybody with me? Cool, all right, so go to the next slide. I need you guys to count. Miles, you're 1, 2, Raven, you're 3. 1. Sabrina? All right, so I need my 1s here in this corner of the room. I need my 2s in this corner of the room. And I need my 3s in that back corner of the room. Because my outcome, I talked about my outcomes at the beginning. And you know what I did? Because this is something I'm actually trying to do. But you want one in real life.
Real life.
In real life, 3 times a 2 was that ever.
Are you missing life?
Is somebody on there?
No, I'm
Oh, you just recording?
Where the 2s at? Where the 2s at? Where the 2s at?
I found it.
She said she found them. She said she. Okay.